Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, it looks as though we're getting towards the end game of this rather debasing saga that is going on in Nigeria that purports itself to be an electoral process, but it's nothing really more than a charade, a scam, and an embarrassment. So guys, we're talking about the tribunal, of course, that Atiku has gone to fight for his mandate, and the INEC server storyline that we have been following on this channel. So guys, now I bring you the latest installment. Tribunal dismisses Atiku PDP's request to access and inspect INEC's server. So that's the headline. Tribunal dismisses Atiku's and PDP's request to access and inspect INEC's server. So now to the body of the story. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal has dismissed an application by the People's Democratic Party and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar to have access and inspect the central server said to have been used by the Independent National Electoral Commission for the conduct of the February 23rd presidential election. In an unanimous ruling delivered today, Monday 24th, Justice Mahmood Garba-led bench of 5 judges upheld the separate objections by the 3 respondents to the application. The 3 respondents are INEC, Buhari, and his party, the All Progressive Congress. Delivering judgment in the application, the tribunal held that granting such an application when INEC have denied the existence of the said server and insisted that results of the election were not electronically transmitted into any server as alleged by the petitioners would cause more confusion and distract the tribunal. Justice Garba added that granting the application would imply that the court had indeed recognized and found out that there is a central server into which results of the elections held on the 23rd of February 2019 were electronically transmitted by the first respondent, INEC. Atiku is contesting the results of the February 23rd presidential election, which President Buhari was declared winner. Atiku, in a petition before the tribunal, insisted that he won, going by the records on INEC server. INEC has, however, come out to deny claims that it uploaded results from various polling units on its server during the presidential elections. So it looks as though it's a shutdown now from the tribunal, as we all knew it would be. We all already knew that the tribunal were just going to dismiss this, because the tribunal was well within their rights to say, okay, if INEC is saying that they do not have this server and all of these documentations and all the reports that we are getting is to indicate that they might well and should and almost certainly do have a server, they should then set aside and have that investigated to establish if INEC does have a server, because this is a very important matter that they are handling. We're talking about the future direction of 200 million odd people. We're talking about their faith. The fate of 200 million people is what this five-man panel is deciding. So just setting aside an application which is a contentious one, and which all the indications are that one element of that application might well be lying, just setting it aside, just vaguely and spuriously and casually like that, is really no path to justice. But then the path to justice is not the path being walked by any member of this panel. They are Buhari appointees there to do a job, and the job that they're there to do is what we're seeing playing out now. So the end game is now coming. If Atiku is not able to interrogate that server, which we all know that it exists, exist. We all know that INEC has a server, because they do have a server. So if the tribunal is now preventing Atiku from being able to interrogate that server, then Atiku is not then able to then get the information to establish the fact that he won the election that he won. So there's no then way of him being able to prove it without being able to get to the numbers on this server, which we all know that INEC have, which the panel also know that INEC have, which INEC also know that they have, and everybody knows that they have. So now this is now the goings on now. They're just padding it away and flicking it away like a fly. This really very serious matter has been dismissed so casually by this Garba-led panel, all of them appointed by a Buhari appointee. So we are now seeing the end game now, and it's now playing out as we all expected it to play out. It's a total shutdown. They control all of the apparatus of state, and controlling all of the apparatus of state plays out in this manner. And this is now what we are seeing flesh out right in front of us. So conversations in the comment section is what I am inviting. The panel, Atiku, INEC, the server, Buhari, the cabal, etc. All the topics up for grabs. So come have a chat with me about all this in the comment section. But before you come have a chat with me about all this in the comment section, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray, bell button, that's where you are notified every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me in the comment section what you're making of all this. So I'll leave you here, meet you in the comment section where we carry on this conversation. But here I say peace.